Virgo, stop. Right where you are. Stop scrolling. Stop folding laundry. Stop answering emails. Stop organizing the drawer that does not need organizing right now. I need you to feel something. I need you to lift your head and look around the room you are in and tell me if the air does not feel different tonight. Thicker, brighter, charged. Like the moment before a lightning strike when the whole sky holds its breath and the hairs on your arms stand up without permission, something has shifted, something massive, something that has been moving through the celestial machinery for months, maybe years, has finally clicked into place. And Virgo, I am not talking about a general astrological transit that applies to everyone. I am not talking about a vague energy shift that you read about in a horoscope and forget by lunch. I am talking about a specific, pinpointed, laser-focused event that has your name written across it in letters of fire. I am talking about an offer, not a maybe, not a possibility, not a lead that might pan out if you follow up 3 times and cross your fingers. I am talking about the offer, the rare offer of a lifetime, the one that does not come twice, the one that rewrites the entire script of your existence in a single sentence. And it is incoming. It is already in transit. It has already left the station of destiny, and it is barreling toward you at a speed that would make your logical mind spin. But here is what I need you to understand before I even tell you what it looks like, before I describe the shape of this miracle that is about to land in your lap. You are not receiving this offer because you got lucky. You are not receiving this offer because the universe finally noticed you after forgetting you in some cosmic waiting room. You are receiving this offer because you have become something that the universe cannot ignore anymore. You have become a miracle magnet. And miracles, real miracles, the kind that defy probability and laugh at statistics and make atheists look up at the sky with wonder, they are not random. They are attracted. They are pulled. They are magnetized towards specific frequencies. And your frequency, Virgo, has changed. You have been upgraded. You have been recalibrated. And the result is that you are now drawing towards you an opportunity so extraordinary that when it arrives, you are going to question your own sanity. You are going to look at the message, the call, the letter, the encounter, and you are going to wonder if someone made a mistake. They did not. The only mistake would be saying no. And I am here to make sure you do not make that mistake. Let me tell you what I see when I tune into your field right now. I see a corridor, a long, luminous corridor that did not exist in your energetic architecture a month ago. Before, your path was a maze. Beautiful, intricate, meticulously maintained, but still a maze, full of dead ends, full of roundabouts that brought you back to the same place wearing different shoes, full of doors that opened into closets instead of rooms. You have been navigating that maze with your characteristic diligence, your refusal to complain, your ability to make a home in a hallway if that was all that was available. But the maze was never your destination. The maze was a test of your faith, a test of your stamina, a test of whether you would keep walking with integrity even when the walls seemed to be closing in, and you passed so completely, so thoroughly, so beautifully that the maze itself has dissolved, the walls have turned to mist, and in the space where the dead ends used to be, there is now a corridor, straight, wide, flooded with light. And at the far end of that corridor, I see a figure. I cannot see their face clearly because the light is too bright, but I can see their posture. They are standing with an offering in their hands, an offering that is glowing, an offering that is so aligned with your soul's blueprint that the air around it shimmers. They are not walking toward you, they are waiting. Because this offer must be claimed. It must be chosen. It must be stepped into. And the step is yours to take. But the offer is real. The offer is ready. And the timing is now. I want to talk about what makes this offer rare, because I think your mind needs to understand the magnitude before your heart will let you accept it. This is not a promotion at a job you tolerate. This is not a slight increase in pay for a slight increase in responsibility. This is not a new apartment that is slightly better than your current one. This is not a date with someone who is slightly less toxic than your ex. This is not incremental. This is not a step up. This is a quantum leap. This is the difference between walking and flying. This is the difference between reading about a place and being teleported there. This is the difference between dreaming and waking up inside the dream. The offer that is coming to you is so perfectly tailored to who you are at your core that it will feel like someone read your diary, hacked your dreams, and consulted with your higher self before crafting the proposal. It is going to solve multiple problems at once. It is going to open multiple doors simultaneously. It is going to provide resources you did not know you needed, connections you did not know you were missing, and validation you stopped believing you would ever receive. And the most miraculous part, it is going to feel effortless on the surface. Not because you did not earn it, but because you have already done the earning. You earned this in the dark. You earned this in the years when no one was watching. You earned this through every small act of integrity, every time you chose kindness over cruelty, every time you showed up when you wanted to quit, every time you refined your craft while the world slept. The universe has been keeping a ledger, and the ledger has balanced in your favor. The offer is the payout. But Virgo, here is the part that is going to make your hands tremble. Here is the part that separates the people who receive miracles from the people who watch miracles happen to someone else. You are going to be tempted to refuse this offer, not because you do not want it. You will want it so badly that your teeth will ache, but because your nervous system is calibrated for struggle. Your identity is wrapped around the narrative that good things must be fought for, suffered for, extracted through force of will and gallons of sweat. You believe, on a cellular level, that if something comes too easily, it is a trap. That if something seems too good to be true, it must be false. That if the universe offers you a gift wrapped in silk and gold, there must be a bomb inside. And I am here to tell you, with every fiber of my intuitive knowing, that this reflex is the only enemy you have left. The only thing standing between you and the life that is trying to find you is your own disbelief, your own suspicion, your own habit of looking the gift horse in the mouth so thoroughly that you end up diagnosing it with dental problems instead of riding it into the sunset. This offer is not too good to be true. It is exactly as good as it looks. It is exactly as true as it feels. And your job is not to investigate it until you find a flaw. Your job is to say yes before your mind has time to build a case against your own happiness. Let me describe how this is going to arrive, because I want you to recognize it the instant it appears. For some of you, this offer is going to come through a conversation that starts casually and then pivots so sharply that you will feel the room tilt. Someone you know or someone you are about to meet is going to say something to you that sounds impossible. They are going to offer you a role you did not apply for. They are going to invite you into a project you did not propose. They are going to hand you an opportunity that you did not know existed, wrapped in language so simple that you will almost miss the weight of it. You will almost dismiss it as a joke. Do not. For others, this offer is going to arrive as a message, an email with a subject line that makes your heart stop. A direct message from someone whose name you recognize but never expected to see in your inbox. A letter, physical and stamped, that has traveled across distance to find you. And when you open it, the words inside are going to rearrange your sense of what is possible. For others, this offer is going to be an encounter, a meeting that was not planned but was divinely orchestrated. You will be in a place you almost did not go. You will strike up a conversation you almost did not have. And the person across from you is going to say something or offer something or see something in you so clearly that the offer emerges organically from the space between you like a flower blooming in fast forward. For some of you, this offer is internal. It is the sudden, absolute clarity that you must do something you have been afraid to do. The offer is your own courage, finally arriving in a package so compelling that you cannot unsee it anymore. You wake up one morning and you know it is time to move, to create, to speak, to launch, to claim. And that knowing is the offer, that clarity is the miracle, that unstoppable momentum is the rare gift. I need you to understand why you are a miracle magnet right now, because this is not an accident and it is not temporary. You have been undergoing a transformation so gradual that you did not notice the moment you crossed the threshold. Think about the past 6 months. Think about the ways you have changed. You stopped tolerating things you used to tolerate. You stopped explaining yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. You started valuing your time like the non-renewable resource it is. You started saying no to what drained you and yes to what energized you, even when the yes was terrifying. You started cleaning house, literally and energetically. You let go of relationships that were anchored in the past. You released resentments you had been nursing like sick pets. You forgave people not because they deserved it, but because you deserved the freedom. You started taking care of your body with a consistency you had not managed before. You started feeding your mind with material that elevated you instead of numbing you. You started speaking to yourself with a kindness that felt foreign at first and natural now. You started trusting your intuition over external validation. You started walking away from arguments that were not worth winning. You started choosing peace over drama, growth over comfort, truth over convenience, and every single one of those choices was a tuning fork. Every single one of those choices sent a signal into the universe that said, I am ready for more. I am ready for better. I am ready for what is truly mine. And the universe heard you. The universe always hears you. But more importantly, the universe responds to frequency. And your frequency has risen so high, so clear, so unmistakably aligned with your authentic self that miracles are now sliding toward you on a groove of least resistance. You are not chasing them anymore. They are chasing you. And here is what happens when a miracle magnet activates. The world around you starts to behave differently. Synchronicities multiply. You think of someone and they call you within the hour. You wonder about an opportunity and information about it falls into your lap the next day. You need something specific, something obscure, something that should take weeks to find, and it appears in the most unexpected place, as if it was left there just for you. Traffic lights turn green when you approach. Parking spots open up in impossible places. Strangers say exactly what you needed to hear. Songs on the radio speak directly to your situation. Numbers repeat themselves until you cannot ignore them anymore. These are not coincidences. These are the ripples preceding the wave. These are the universe's way of tapping you on the shoulder and saying, pay attention. Something big is coming. Stay open. Stay ready. Do not close your eyes. And Virgo, you have been noticing them. You have been feeling the quickening. You have been sensing that the veil between your current reality and your desired reality is getting thinner. You have been having dreams that feel like previews. You have been waking up with a sense of anticipation that has no logical source. That is your miracle magnet pulling your future toward your present. That is the offer getting closer. That is the corridor shortening. That is the light at the end getting brighter. Now, let me tell you about the specifics of this offer, because I know your mind craves detail even when your heart is ready to leap. This offer carries several signatures that make it unmistakable. First, it solves a problem you thought was unsolvable, not by brute force, but by changing the conditions of the problem entirely. It is the difference between trying to climb a wall and discovering there is a door 3 feet to your left. Second, it aligns with your deepest values, not your surface desires. It may not look exactly like what you pictured. It may come in a different package than you expected. But when you feel into it, when you drop beneath the appearance and touch the essence, you will know with absolute certainty that this is right for you. Third, it requires you to grow. It is not a handout that keeps you small. It is an invitation that demands expansion. It will ask you to become a bigger version of yourself. It will stretch you. It will challenge the edges of your comfort zone. But the stretching will feel like waking up, not like breaking. Fourth, it brings with it a sense of relief so profound that you will want to weep, not because it is dramatic, but because it is correct, because it is the missing piece, because it is the answer to a question you have been asking in your sleep for years. Fifth, and this is the most important signature, it feels like home. Even if it is unfamiliar, even if it is intimidating, even if it is something you have never done before, there will be a resonance, a click, a sense of, oh, there you are. I have been waiting for you. And that recognition is how you will know. That recognition is your green light. That recognition is your yes. I want to address the fear that is already rising in your chest because I can feel it from here. You are afraid that you are not ready. You are afraid that you will mess it up. You are afraid that you do not have the skills, the knowledge, the resources, the time, the energy, the whatever it is that this offer seems to require. You are looking at this miracle and you are measuring yourself against it and you are finding yourself wanting. And Virgo, that is the oldest trick your mind plays on you. That is the survival mechanism that kept you safe when you were small, when taking risks meant real danger, when stepping out of line had consequences. But you are not small anymore. You are not in danger. And the offer is not asking you to be ready. It is asking you to be willing, willing to learn, willing to grow, willing to trust that the resources you need will appear as you need them. willing to believe that you were chosen for this, not despite your imperfections, but because of the unique combination of qualities that only you possess. The universe does not make mistakes with offers like this. The universe does not hand keys to people who cannot turn them. If the offer is coming to you, it is because you are capable of holding it. You may not feel capable, you may feel terrified, but capability and comfort are not the same thing. Every person who has ever done something extraordinary felt unprepared when the opportunity arrived. That is the nature of rare offers. They do not come when you are fully ready. They come when you are fully aligned. And alignment is not about having all the answers. It is about being in the right place internally to receive the external match. You are aligned. You are ready. You are the one. I also need to warn you about the saboteur. Not an external saboteur, though those exist. I am talking about the internal one. The voice that is going to whisper in your ear the moment the offer lands. The voice that says, "Who do you think you are?" The voice that says, "This is a mistake. They will realize they chose the wrong person." The voice that says, "You should wait for something safer, something smaller, something you are sure you can handle." That voice is not your intuition. That voice is your fear of expansion. That voice is the part of you that would rather stay in the familiar cage than risk the unfamiliar sky. And when that voice speaks, you must not negotiate with it. You must not entertain its arguments. You must treat it like a telemarketer selling a product you do not want. "Thank you, but I am not interested. I am saying yes to this miracle. I am stepping into this corridor. I am claiming what is mine." And then you act. You sign the paper. You send the email. You book the flight. You make the call. You say the words. You take the step. Before the doubt has time to build a case, before the fear has time to mobilize its defenses, you move while the energy is hot. You move while the miracle is still magnetized to your field. Because miracles have a half-life. They do not stay on the table forever. The universe offers, but it does not beg. The door opens, but it does not promise to stay unlocked. And the rare offer of a lifetime, by definition, does not come with an extension. It comes with a window. And that window is open right now. Let me tell you what your life looks like on the other side of yes, because I can see it. I can see it so clearly, it brings tears to my eyes. On the other side of yes, you are not the same person. You are not even an upgraded version. You are a transmuted version. The problems that have been draining your energy for years are either gone or irrelevant. The resources you need are flowing. The people who are meant to collaborate with you are appearing. The work you are doing feels less like work and more like purpose. The place you are living feels less like a location and more like a sanctuary. The relationship you are in, or the one you are about to enter, feels less like a compromise and more like a partnership of equals. Your body feels lighter, your mind feels clearer, your sleep is deeper. Your mornings are exciting. You wake up with a sense of mission instead of a sense of dread. You look in the mirror and you see someone you respect. You see someone who said yes to the miracle. You see someone who did not let their own fear steal their destiny. And the ripple effect of that yes extends far beyond you. Your family benefits, your friends benefit, your community benefits, because a person living in alignment with their miracle frequency becomes a beacon. They become a source. They become proof that it is possible. And that proof gives other people permission to say yes to their own miracles. Your yes becomes someone else's courage. Your leap becomes someone else's blueprint. Your miracle becomes part of the collective evidence that the universe is generous, that life is magical, that dreams are not delusions, but previews of what is possible. So here is what I need you to do. Here is your assignment as this offer makes its way towards you. First, clear your field physically, emotionally, energetically. Clean your space. Throw out the clutter. Delete the old messages. Wash the sheets. Open the windows. Let the stale air out and the new air in. Emotional clutter is just as blocking as physical clutter. Forgive who you need to forgive. Grieve what you need to grieve. Release what is not yours to carry. Make room because the offer needs space to land. Second, practice your yes. Say it out loud, in the shower, in your car, in front of the mirror. Yes, I accept, I am ready, I receive. Let your body learn the shape of acceptance. Let your throat get used to the vibration of agreement. Because if the first time you say yes is when the offer arrives, your voice might shake too much to be heard. Third, identify your exit strategies. The ways you normally self-sabotage. Do you procrastinate? Do you over-research until the opportunity expires? Do you ask too many people for advice until you are paralyzed by conflicting opinions? Do you focus on one tiny flaw and use it to justify saying no? Name your pattern. And then tell yourself, when the offer comes, I will not do that. I will recognize the pattern and I will choose differently. Fourth, and most importantly, trust. Trust the magnet. Trust the miracles. Trust that you have done enough. Trust that you are enough. Trust that the universe is not playing a cruel joke on you. Trust that this offer is real, it is yours, and it is coming because you have finally become the person who can hold it. Virgo, the rare offer of a lifetime is not a fantasy. It is not a motivational poster. It is not a maybe someday if you are lucky. It is a freight train of destiny, and it is barreling down the tracks of your life right now. You can hear it if you get quiet. You can feel it in the electricity of the air. You can see it in the way the synchronicities are lining up like stars in a constellation that points directly to your name. You are a miracle magnet. You have become irresistible to the very best that life has to offer. And all that is required of you now is to stand in the light of that truth and refuse to dim yourself, refuse to shrink, refuse to apologize for the magnitude of what is coming your way. Open your hands, open your heart, open your life, and let the miracle land. If you felt the truth of this message vibrating in your cells, if you have been sensing that something massive is about to shift, if you are ready to say yes before you even see the offer, I want you to claim it right now. Drop a comment below and write, I am ready to receive. Let the universe hear your open door. Let your own soul record this moment as the day you stopped blocking your blessings. And if this reading found you at the exact moment you needed to believe in miracles, again, subscribe for more messages that align your frequency with everything you deserve. The offer is coming, the corridor is short, the light is bright, and you, beautiful Virgo, are exactly where you need to be to catch it. Say yes. The miracle is already yours.